All right, everyone, we welcome you inside the Driscoll Arena here in Fall River, Massachusetts for this afternoon's coverage of the 2025 Prenda Cup. And this afternoon, it's the third place game as the Somerset Berkeley Raiders get set to take on the Apponequet Lakers. Both sides lost their round one contest, and now both are trying to avoid an 0-2 start. We thank you for joining us on any of our platforms. Keegan Hambla alongside Mikey Alves on commentary. Brian Moniz is the man running our camera. Mikey, we got to start off with, this is an unfamiliar position with Somerset Berkeley. It feels like it's been forever since they haven't been involved in a final, and now they are in danger of potentially facing an 0-2 start.
Yeah, it's weird, like seeing this team 20 years in a row make it to the final, and now, you know, they're playing Apponequet, like you said, an unusual third place game. But I still think there will be a lot of tensions with these two teams, like always. I mean, it's always a great rivalry to watch, so I'm excited to see how this unfolds tonight.
The Apponequet side, a very young team. They have 6 freshmen on their roster, but 10 seniors to go along with that. We'll see if that paves way at all. Somerset Berkeley's in white, Apponequet's in blue. This third place game is underway. Taking it first is Charlie Rosa, looking to Mason Mello on the right side, wasn't there. Bogdan trying to get to it for the Lakers, and the Lakers will reset on their left side. We'll get it out of the zone. Bastis working his way along the sideboards, and he'll get control of it. Adam Bastis, as you know, Mikey, that's the player to watch out for Somerset Berkeley.
Oh, yeah, one of the best players I've ever seen play for Somerset. I mean, last year, him and Barboza were tearing things up, and I'm excited to see him keep playing.
Early first shot on net there from the Raiders. In net for Apponequet tonight is Mark Donati, who did not see any action in the round one game against Diamond Durfee. And now a chance here, starting up on the side, trying to make a cutback and getting hit by Gonzalez. Looked like that was Tobin. Shot from the blue line, save Rodriguez, rebound still loose, he got another one too. Third try, win it go, and he's got it under the legs. What a save, is getting that one on was the senior Owen Banks. What a start for G-Rod.
Yeah, Rodriguez there, so flashing the pads like Marty Brodeur. You know, making big saves like that will keep his job for the start of the season.
Gavin Rodriguez came in the second and third period of that round one game against Taunton, made 24 saves on 26 shots. Wasn't enough though, and there's his fourth right there for another face-off over here in our end. This Apponequet side is a co-op with Old Colony. They actually have more Old Colony players than Apponequet. 14 for the Cougars, 9 for the Lakers. As Gavin Kamara is going to walk it out on the right side. He's got De Silva trailing. Couldn't get it over to him in time. A little bit behind, trying to get to it for the Lakers is Lachlan Sear. Nice nudge off by Rebello. Lush takes it too far for Kamara. The Lakers have to reset. This is an Apponequet side that has not beaten Somerset since the 2018 Prenda Cup final. As Kamara gets to it, the sophomore for the Raiders, stepping into the zone with it. Kamara tried to drift into the middle, got blocked off of a Laker stick. Picked up in the middle for the moment was Nate Peck, off a skate of Royds. De Silva gets it away to Kamara. Kamara able to get that puck by Sear. Tried to pop it out in front, went off of a stick. Kamara resets to Lush at the point. Colin Lush walking in, shoots it, knocked away. Royds will send it back down and around. Back out to Colin Lush, sees a lane, and he puts it wide. Follow-up will be cleared by the Lakers, and we have our first icing of the afternoon. The face-off will go over there by Donati's end. Well, if you're Mark Donati, what do you think's going through his head? It's his first appearance of the season, looking to end a long losing streak for the Lakers against the Somerset side.
Yeah, I mean, if they could pull off a win against Somerset this early in the season, I feel like that rides a lot of momentum going into, you know, both the in and out of conference game this team will have. So this game right here, I feel like it's a huge start if you win.
And just a reminder for our audience, although these are two SEC opponents, this game will not count towards conference play. Understepping it a little bit was Michael Landry. Johnson got it into the zone. We get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Looks like it's offside at the line. Cam Johnson, a DRS product a few years ago after the program merged with Somerset Berkeley at the end of the 23-24 season. Had 5 assists to his name in his freshman year. Spent last season on the junior varsity team. Here's one of three captains, Gabe Gonzalez. Will find Adam Bastis after a ricochet. Couldn't make the stick drag. Countered over on the left side off of Gonzalez. Peck was waiting in the middle as Owen Banks was trying to get that rush up ahead. That's Gonzalez getting it away to Mello. Mello able to get it to Bastis with McKenna. Shoots it. Saved by Donati. He'll cover up for another face-off. Mark Donati was the main starter last year for the Apponequet side. Him, Jack LeBlanc, Nate Tobin will be the trio that you'll be seeing for the Lakers this season. And it's similar to Somerset Berkeley. It's always nice to have those extra goalies. Say somebody's hurt, somebody's having an off night that you can go to if you need it.
Yeah, and I'm sure each and every one of them all, love and respect each other, but at the end of the day, they're trying to take each other's jobs, even as high school kids. And I'm sure each and every save these goalies make, like, they're trying to make their candidate to become the solidified starter for the rest of the season.
Here's Keith Tobin with it on the back right side. We'll get that one out of the zone. Royds will send it back in. Here's Lachlan Sear, a little bit too far. Icing's going to be waved off here. Royds will get to it first for the Raiders. We'll send it around, not out of the zone. Francis's shot is blocked off of De Silva. Mello now trying to get it out, or actually that's Rebello on the left side. Stick down nicely by Lush, a little bit too far. Holding it in is Blanchard. Blanchard had an assist on one of the goals in that round one game, and here comes Lucas Rebello stepping up the other way. Tried to backhand it over to De Silva, able to pick it up. Here's Jake De Silva walking in, never got the shot away. Tobin might have had a partial deflection. Lush gets it away on the left side, nobody home, and White and sent off the boards, retrieving it out of the Raiders. 4 minutes in. That's offside at the line. Kamara had a little bit of a step. Gavin Kamara, one of the players we're going to watch out for Somerset Berkeley this season. Freshman year last year, 3 goals, 3 assists. Not a bad start.
Yeah, and it seems like he's moved up the depth chart, and he's taking on a bigger workload right now, and he seems to be keeping up pretty well. But one thing I love about these Prenda Cup games is both teams always start so fast, and this game means so much to these guys.
Dumped back in, Rodriguez ready, bad clearance attempt, and it's covered up again. Peck with the follow-up shot. Nate Peck, one of the 10 seniors for the Apponequet Old Colony side. Face off on the right side of Rodriguez. Johnson unable to win the draw. Comes back out to the point. Shot saved it again. Backhand goes out by Banks. Controlled over. This is Sanford shooting it, blocked up high. Restarted up the other way. It's Carter Sylvia. Got the stick drag around Bogdan. Hammered down on the side, causing the referee to fall to his feet too. That's Machado getting it away. It's turned over, maybe a one-on-one. Gonzalez back defensively. Nice stick drag. Banks goes to retrieve it, will come out of the zone. Laid off the sideboards, dumped right in. Rodriguez will cover it for another face-off. My, oh my, Carter Sylvia has been taking a beating in these first 1.5 games here.
Yeah, another guy that's going to have to step up his workload, and he seems to be doing pretty good so far. But taking these beatings is just a way to start the season strong and just stay resilient.
Shots on goal so far in the first 5 minutes. Apponequet with 7, Somerset Berkeley with 3. Lush trying to catch up to it. He makes a nice hit along the boards. Not cleared all the way. Shot attempt goes wide by Ian Nevins. Nevins taking over for Jared Freitas' number 13, part of that big four with Ryan Aubrew, Ryan Vincent, Freitas, and Cam Sylvia. Mason Mello gets to it, a save by Donati. The follow-up wouldn't go either. We're actually going to have one of those members of that Apponequet big four, Ryan Aubrew, stepping in at the start of the second period. We usually like to have our alumni guests on during the Prenda Cup tournament as we have an icing here against Somerset Berkeley. Next point of discussion, I want to go to the co-op side. Somerset Berkeley is a co-op with a couple other high schools, Dighton Rehoboth, Seekonk, and Case. Apponequet co-ops with Old Colony. That can make you, that can break you a little bit, but you got to put rivalries aside and you got to come together as a team.
Yeah, and I feel like adding, the best guys from other towns, it makes your team double as good, especially when you have a lot of young talent that are coming up and that could stay here for years. So, it's been a huge advantage for Somerset.
De Silva tried to get a step by Sanford. Rebello's going to dump it in, looking for Kamara behind the net. Got away, Machado's waiting for it. Rebello takes it first. Rebello now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez saw a lane blocker. Follow-up wouldn't go either. Wide open cage on the other side. They come up 0. Looks like De Silva had the chance. Gonzalez again getting it away. Another turnover. The Lakers stepping in short. That's Tobin. Backhand goes over. Nate Peck can't connect. No arm going to go up for a cross check. That should have been one. Referee wasn't looking in that direction. Now Kamara. Stepping up, nudge down. Nate Peck right in open ice. Peck will find it off the sideboards and he'll send it down a second time. Apponequet now in the middle of a line change. Both teams are Somerset Berkeley. We've got some fresh legs out there too. 8:05 to go in the first period. McKenna now trying to give it a chase. Bastos was there as well. Lush will hold it in with the skate. Got it through in the middle. Banks trying to get it away. Still in the area. Redirect forward wouldn't work. Lush let it go. Now we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Looks like a penalty is coming up. Maybe a cross check.
Yeah, I would expect more penalties to come because, like, even starting the game, you could see tensions were pretty high, and now they're really starting to go at it. So it's always so much physicality between both teams, which I think makes it such an exciting matchup.
And it's going to be a Somerset Berkeley power play. Senior defender Braden Bogdan is going to the box. A longtime fixture for this Apponequet Old Colony side. Donati's going to have the face-off on his right side. Referees in the mix of a discussion here. You got one of the officials going over to the Somerset Berkeley bench right now. Looks like that was athletic trainer Susan Medeiros that he was talking to. First power play of the night goes in favor of Somerset Berkeley. The Raiders win the draw. Sylvia will get it to Gonzalez. Right back over. Sylvia to Bastos. Bastos holding. Right side. Out in front, not there. McKenna tried to dish it. Gonzalez. Still holding it, cutting into the middle. Shot saved. Rebound. Wouldn't go from McKenna. Might have been sticked away by Donati right off the goal line. Bastos and Kamara trying to hold it in, and it's eventually dumped down by the Lakers. Looked like that was Nevins getting on the clearance. Adam Bastos will start the rush up, leaves it for Cam McKenna. A nice move. McKenna tried the stick drag. Kamara looking to pick it up. It's backhanded away. Not out of the zone. Gonzalez looking for a lane, sees it, gloved once again. And a late hit afterwards, and maybe a retaliation nudge afterwards. Couldn't tell who got that second nudge in there. Looks like it was Cam McKenna, but both teams very physical in the early going.
Yeah, very physical, as you said, and I love the puck management by Somerset on their 1-3-1 power play. It's looking pretty clean so far. They're not getting overzealous with the puck, and I think eventually they could score a power play goal.
Somerset Berkeley has had the last 6 shots on goal. The faceoff's going to come just outside of the Lakers' defensive zone. 1:13 to go on the man advantage for the Raiders. The Lakers win it. Here's Peck on the backhand. Bastos will hold it in. We'll send it off the left side. Pops out in front. Shot, save, rebound. And that one wouldn't go either. Lots of chances piling up in front. Still unable to put one home. Carter Sylvia with that second chance. Ian Nevins and Gavin Kamara will take it this time, left side of Donati. Another tie-up. The Raiders eventually get to it. Here's Gonzalez holding, feeds it over. Adam Bastos deflected high off the glass. Gonzalez is calling for it. That's where it goes. Gonzalez, now Bastos, feeds it across. Cam McKenna shooting and it want to go. Bastos trying to get to it on the backhand. Kingman is defending. Sam Kingman scored his first career goal in that round 1 game. Was the first goal of the game. It finds Bastos again, the backhand. Here's Gabe Gonzalez, right side. McKenna shot attempt blocked. Donati tried to lunge to get it, but it scores. Carter Sylvia makes it 1-0 Somerset Berkeley.
Yeah, big senior stepping up there for Somerset. I felt the goal coming. They were just looking too crisp on the power play, and great play by the Raiders and Carter Sylvia.
Carter Sylvia had an assist in that round 1 game against Taunton. First goal of the season for him. It's his 7th career high school goal. Lush having trouble. The Lakers will get a step to it. That's Greg Francis. Francis tried to get it back out to the point. It wasn't there. Cooper Royds will step up. Dishes it over to the left side. Here's Michael Landry. Landry with a nice takedown. Right in the back off of Sanford. Out to Lush. He can't hold it in. Maybe a one-on-one chance the other way. Shot save Rodriguez. Out in front again, what a save. Follow-up wasn't there either after a stumble to the ice. The backhand is going to go wide. Ryan Orlando had that chance there for Apponequet. Lush trying to get a nudge in there on Orlando. That puck tied up along the end boards. 3 Raiders, 2 Lakers, all trying to get to it. Eventually squirts free. Royd's trying to hold it. They're letting the play go on. This referee's telling them to get it away. And how about the effort by the freshman Lucas Rebello to get to it? That's Landry stepping up, had Johnson on the left, will dump it in. Sanford, the senior, goes to get it for Apponequet. Open man down the ice, they couldn't get it to him. That was Nevins who was waiting for it. Penalty is coming up, there's the touch. It's going against the Raiders for tripping, but what a sequence there.
Yeah, and honestly, Keegan, I'm kind of surprised that Landry didn't get called for interference before. They were pretty far away from the puck when he went for that big hit. But, hey, regardless, he didn't get called. And hits like that turn up the energy for this team. And, you know, they keep riding this 1-0 lead, and I'm sure they can get another one soon.
Freshman defender Cooper Royds is going to the box. Royds had one heck of a game in his first game on Wednesday. Bastos on the backhand looking for Gonzalez. 3 Lakers in the mix. Orlando had a whack on it with the stick. We'll come around the board. Sanford is going to have to reset it. McKenna gets a stick in there, takes it away. Backhand goes wide of the target. Ryan Orlando, who has scored in Prenda Cup tournaments before, leaves it behind the net. Gonzalez one-timed it, cleared it down the ice after he received it from Machado. Bogdan couldn't play the puck. Machado has it again. And he tried to send it down and went off of McKenna, and Gonzalez able to follow it up. McKenna is not too happy. He's a little bit shaken up, and he goes to the bench. Played over the middle, and it's offside at the line. Looks like Nevins was walking in. Kingman had a step.
Yeah, you know that one stung when he got mad at Lucas Machado there. I mean, I'm sure he didn't mean it, but you know that one got him where the padding wasn't there.
You got 9 viewers on the live stream watching at home. We want to thank every single one of you tuning in. We're also on tape delay for Somerset Access TV Channel 98, Berkeley Community Access TV Channel 9, and our Blue Raider Studios YouTube channel. Here's Nevins with it with 4 to go in the first, a minute to go on the Apponequet power play. Camara looking for one, put it wide on the right side. Kingman goes over to get it for Apponequet. Deflected behind. Camara almost had a lane forward. Started up the other way, shot goes high of the target by Nevins. Kingman tried to hold it in, not there. Rebello looking up. Gavin Camara had it a little bit too far. Donati will cover.
I definitely think he waited too long for that pass there. He had the open lane, but just miscommunication there by Somerset.
Lucas Rebello, one of the freshmen for Somerset Berkeley. Good amount of freshmen on this varsity roster. They've got 7 of them that are in grade 9. Rebello finds a place it behind, forcing Lachlan Sear to go and get it. Sear pressure by Rebello. Rebello finds the puck. Tried to play it out to Lush, wasn't there. Nevins coming in to help. Squirts out, Nevins right side. Deflected, Kingman waits for it perfectly. Nevins leaves it for the trailer. Here's Francis, save, rebound. Lush trying to get it away, and he does. Not out of the zone. Francis again, blocked. Almost popped in front, and it did. Here's the follow-up, gloved by Rodriguez. Nice look, 2 tries there by Greg Francis, but Rodriguez standing tall again.
Yeah, Somerset was quick to get the puck out too, and then just right there in that sequence, the last 15 seconds, they seemed to struggle to just get that puck out of there. Tired legs out there.
With that first save on that sequence, Gavin Rodriguez has reached career save number 400, so congratulations to him on that. Here's Banks, pressure by Landry. Gonzalez will find it. Sylvia's waiting for it on the right side along with Royds. Gonzalez makes the dangle forward. Sanford defending as it's put high into the air. Off a stick, Landry had the puck bounce over him. Johnson will leave it for Gonzalez. Everybody's back on side. Gonzalez backhand all the way through. Sylvia right side, behind. Bogdan will get to it first. Now Orlando trying to get it out. Almost popped in front, and it did. A save by Donati, and he covers it up for the rebound. Looked like that was Johnson trying to go forward with it. That would have been his first career goal. There are 2 Raiders actually going forward for it. Michael Landry was also in the mix. That would have been his first career goal as well. I'm telling you, at some point we're going to have a first career goal by one of these freshmen who have been standing strong, squirts behind, it's in the net. It's going to be credited to Gabe Gonzalez. It's 2-0, Somerset Berkeley.
Yeah, great pressure by Somerset Berkeley there. Tacked on another one to make it 2-0, and you know, maybe it's starting to seem that Apponequet's letting them get carried away with this game right now.
It went in off of a Laker right in front, ended up behind Donati. McKenna would have tapped it home either way. 12:49 is the time of the goal. 5th career goal for the captain, Gabe Gonzalez. A lot is expected of him this season. They've doubled their lead. Backhanded in by Sylvia. Bastis gets to it. Try to beat it between the wickets. Sylvia coming in to help. Springs free on the left side. A turnover. The Raiders looking for another one. Right side. Shot attempt by Sylvia was blocked, and it's going to come out of the zone as Gonzalez couldn't play it up high with a stick. A little bit behind Machado, able to pick it up. Francis nudges the puck away. Well, find Sylvia in his own defensive zone. Has to be careful, and that's why. Stumble down. Gonzalez gets it away. Past the stick of Blanchard. Held in. Save Rodriguez. He covers it up. Sear getting it on frame that time. Well, if you're watching on the live stream, after this game, don't go anywhere. Brian and I will be sticking around for the Prenda Cup final on a separate stream. That's Taunton against the co-op of Diamond, Durfee, and Westport. Should be a phenomenal game. De Silva can't get it out of the zone. A backhand reach not there by Orlando. Peck at the blue line makes the move by De Silva. Peck couldn't get it by Royds. And now Royds coming in with De Silva, and Camara is going to dump it in. Bogdan beaten to it by De Silva, sticked away by Donati. 1 minute to go in the first period, 2-0 Somerset Berkeley. Here's Camara looking for something, sticked away by Donati. Rebound, Camara gets to it first. Camara holding, gets it over to Royds, and it comes out of the zone. Sanford. Now over to Kingman. Tie up in neutral ice, right into the middle. That's picked up by De Silva, tried the self-pass. Kingman was waiting for it. Dumped in by Lush. Sanford beaten by Camara. Camara tried to send it out in front. It wasn't there after it got deflected. 15 seconds to go. Out to Royds at the point, walking in, shot sticked away off the netting, and out of play with 10 seconds on the clock. Well, despite the score, Mark Donati, Mikey, is really standing strong in the opening 15.
Yeah, and I feel like if Apponequet really wants to get themselves back in the game, they got to, like, you can see they visually have the size advantage. So you keep going for big hits. Obviously, make them clean. Don't be undisciplined. But I think that's what get you back in this hockey game.
A stumble. Lush wants to generate one more chance. Shot was blocked off of Nevins. He'll send it around the boards. That is how we end the first period here in Fall River. Unofficial shot on goal tally. Somerset Berkeley with 17. Apponequet with 12. Mikey, what did you like overall from the first period, and what has to be improved on?
Like I just said, Apponequet's physicality, I think they got to turn it up a notch, and that's where they've looked their strongest. And for Somerset, their special teams play has been very, very solid. Both on the power play and the penalty kill, they've looked really, really well. Their puck management, their patience and zone entry has been great. So just keep continuing that and ride off your special teams.
Live stream audience, we're going to take a 10-minute break on the mic. We're going to turn the mic off this time instead of going to the internal mic. We'll be back for the second period in just a little bit. Tape delay audience, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, everyone, we're back here at the Driscoll Arena in Fall River, about ready to start the second period in tonight's 2025 Prenda Cup third place game between the Somerset Berkeley Raiders and Apponequet Lakers. 2-0 Somerset Berkeley is the score through 15 minutes of play. It's a Prenda Cup tradition. We have one earlier with Mikey Alves, who's been joining in for the game. We love welcoming the alumni on the mic, and we're switching it up. We're going with an Apponequet alumni, longtime member of the Apponequet hockey team, graduated last summer. We got Ryan Aubrew up here. Ryan, how's it going?
Good, how's it going?
Doing all right, I can't complain. So, Prenda Cup, open up with it every single season. What does it mean to play in it?
It's awesome. It's the Driscoll tradition, but Taunton got involved and they're kind of taking over the reins. But yeah, it's always fun to get the season started with like your rivals every year.
Some new players. Some players have left, but you can still recognize some of the names. Let's start with Mark Donati real quick. Been doing absolutely amazing in goals so far. 15 saves early on. You got to play with Mark. He was your main starter last year. What does he bring to the team overall?
Yeah, the guy's an animal. Wow, big hit. The guy's an animal. It's his first start back. He just had Tommy John. He's a big baseball player, but yeah, he's a very important player on this team. I think they're starting to show some life, but they still got to figure it out. But he holds it down for them for sure.
That was Blanchard looking up the ice. We get a whistle and a stoppage of play. 57 seconds into the second period. And it looks like Cam McKenna is going to go to the box here for Somerset Berkeley. This will be another Apponequet power play. They had some good chances on their first one. Now, I was always very high. You guys had what I called the Big Four last year. You, Vincent, Freitas, and Sylvia. The offense has still been out there. They put a lot of shots on Gavin Rodriguez so far in this game. Who are the players that you think Apponequet fans should be looking out for this season?
So it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of a mixed group. The depth is something that they struggle with this year. Oh, wow.
That's Bogdan following it up, and it goes wide.
We have a couple returners that can definitely light the lamp, but last year we lost a couple big guys who made a big difference in the program, but they're trying to find their legs. Greg Francis, we have Jack Sanford kind of holds down the back there with Bogdan, but we're definitely going to have to find a goal scorer too. I know last game they had a couple freshmen score some goals, but yeah, I definitely see Greg Francis, Sanford, Nate Peck definitely look like the guys that can score.
Somerset Berkeley going to regather, and they'll play it off the boards all the way down the ice with Gonzalez on the clearance. Donati is going to leave it short for Sanford, and he'll take the rush up the ice for the Lakers, looking for Nate Peck off of his skate. Sent right back down again by Gonzalez. Bogdan now trying to do some stick work against Kamara as Kamara picks it up. A little bit behind Owen Banks. Here comes Ryan Orlando. Orlando tripped up by Kamara, and no arm is going to go up on that one. Look like you got to stick in there. The arm will stay down. Held in for the moment by Nevins. Controlled left side. Couldn't get it back over to Nevins. That was Orlando, or maybe Francis on the pass attempt. Well, you unfortunately never won the Prenda Cup, but you played in some finals in your career. What did it mean to play in the final? What can we expect later on tonight?
It's a big event for sure. There'll definitely be a lot of fans, especially with Durfee next door. It's definitely a big thing. It kind of gets everyone involved into the hockey season, trying to has everyone feel out what it's going to look like. But yeah, I think the finals is definitely a big time moment. It's almost like a playoff game, so it's very important.
Bastis stumps it down. The penalty's about to expire. That's Lachlan Sear, turned over. Bastis has it. Bastis saved by Donati. He had Sylvia breaking with him on the right side, and that is a very nice, strong cover-up by Mark Donati. And something that he does well, he stays very stationary. He doesn't make the flashy saves. He's just very stationary, knows his role, and he comes up big almost every time.
He's a rock for sure, yeah.
Mikey, what have you liked so far in the opening 3 minutes of the second period?
It seems like Apponequet's up the physicality a little bit. Bogdan on Apponequet is massive, so if they can keep using him to create some big hits out there and up the team energy on the bench, it could be game-changing.
Kamara picks it back up, gets it over to Royds in neutral ice. Owen Banks applying that pressure. Here comes Kamara entering on his right side. Donati's got it with the glove. He'll have another face-off over here. Well, Ryan, I got to ask, with all those Prenda Cups that you played in, what was your favorite Prenda Cup memory that you had?
Oh, wow. That's a tough question. Oh, wow.
Cleared off the goal line and the whistle blew. De Silva had a chance. Sanford was ready to get it away, and it looks like they're going to call for a face-off on the right side of Donati. The net looks like it came off of his pegs.
I couldn't even tell you a specific moment. I think the whole tournament itself is a notable experience. I think it's just battling. The other teams are always good. There's 4 solid teams, so it's kind of a battle every time. And every game could go either way. I think this year we started to see a big skill gap. We have a lot of graduating kids, and honestly, it's turning into a fun tournament still. But I think just the whole tournament itself is just a fun time. It's a lot of battling.
Rebello got it out to Lush, shot block. Royd's looking to follow it up, stick down by Peck. And now Peck has an angle. We'll start up on the left side. Got to the red line, sent it in off of Rodriguez. Lush with a bouncing puck, picks it up. Pressure coming in from Kingman. Was one of those players that scored his first career goal in that round 1 game against that Diamond Durfee Westport co-op. Short side, Kamara looking to wrap around, got it out in front. Nobody was home. That was Curvels on the tap down by the Lakers. And here comes Sanford stepping up the ice for the Lakers. Shot, save Rodriguez. He covers it up before Nevins can apply any more pressure. Well, Sanford, he's officially listed on the roster as a forward, but as you were pointing out when we first got you on here, he's sort of like a two-way player, can really play anywhere on the ice.
This whole team is a big jumble of guys, and I think they're going to struggle with depth, and I think it's going to take them a little bit to get there, but when they find the combos, this team's going to be very good. They have a lot of kids that are willing to work.
Shot, tip, score! Apponequet cuts the deficit in half. It's 2-1. Ian Nevins looks like he redirected it. Couldn't tell who took it from the point. It might have been Sear or Tobin.
Lachlan Sear, yeah. That's another one of those guys. Ian definitely can score some goals. He's grown a lot in the time that I've seen him. He's probably grown 6-8 inches in the past 2 years. So he's a big kid. He can do some damage. But I think one person that I forgot to mention, Matt Fries, he's out on an injury still. But when he comes back, he's definitely going to make a big impact to this team.
That was 2 sophomores connecting on that goal. Gotta love to see that. Underclassmen stepping up. McKenna got back to it. What a sliding play by Keith Tobin. Bastis wants to keep the pressure going. Adam Bastis saved by Donati. Rebound goes to McKenna, trying to get an angle around Tobin. Tobin able to get it away on the right side. Cross ice pass, it's cut off, and it's dumped right back in. It would have been onside. Another heavy hit. Blanchard trying to get it back against Bastis. Walked out the other way by Francis. Royds is defending. Francis blockered away off the net. Out of play. Oh, Mikey, Apponequet's turned up the pressure in the last 2 minutes here.
Yeah, for sure. They had some pretty quality shots on net there. That tip-in was great, that shot that went top shelf there. But yeah, I mean, I love the back and forth action between the two teams, and I hope this energy rides out all night.
Nevins can't get to it. Sylvia going to play it over the middle, a little bit behind. Orlando will send it into the zone. Retreated back. Sanford goes to get it on a waved off icing. Bogdan left side. A little bit of a nudge. Johnson, and now a slip up. A penalty is coming up. This one going against Somerset Berkeley. Here comes Orlando up the ice with Banks. That shot went off of Gonzalez, touched by Rodriguez, and another power play is coming up for the Lakers. Well, we had a good look as it was right in front. What did you see there? It looked like a trip is the signal.
Yeah, it looks like a trip. Kind of a clear one out front. I thought they were going to miss that, and that could have been a quality chance for Somerset. But I like this action right now. It's very physical. It's a Prenda Cup classic, so I like it.
I caught it out of the corner of my eye. I thought it was just a slip on the ice. And I guess Cam Johnson's stick got in there. So now Apponequet 2 minutes to try to make this a tied game with a man up as it's sent around the boards and out of the zone. Well, Ryan, I don't like asking a lot of favorites as Sear is hit really hard into the boards by Gavin Kamara. Did you have a favorite player you played with at Apponequet or Old Colony? Any favorites?
That's a tough question. I played with a lot of quality kids. I think everyone on this team is just, everyone on this team is just such, we're a good team. We have a lot of good kids. Here it is.
Sanford's shot is saved by Rodriguez. Nevins had a rush up on the left side that got it on frame first. But for Gavin Rodriguez, mark that save number 16 now this evening for him. We talked about the final coming up. Who's your pick in that one? You got a very strong Taunton side, only their second time in the tournament, looking to go 2 for 2. Or you got that Diamond Durfee Westport co-op looking to win their second in 3 years.
Yeah, I like Taunton tonight. They have a lot of quality scorers. Obviously, great coach, Coach Matea. I've played for him for a couple of years. But that team is so dominant. They'll continue to be dominant. They have a great program. But yeah.
Chris Matea, for anybody watching on the live stream audience that's going to be with us for the Prenda final, if he wins tonight, he becomes the all-time wins leader for the Taunton High hockey program. Currently tied at the top with 133 career wins at the helm in his 15th season as the head coach. 1 minute to go on the man advantage. Went off of Bogdan's stick. This could be a chance here for Adam Basta, short-handed. Overskated the puck, now trying to find it on Bogdan, and he does. Looks like a penalty coming up here against Ryan Orlando. Royd's at the point off of Nate Peck, and there's the whistle. We're going to go 4-on-4 for 45 seconds. And you could see the hook in there from Ryan Orlando.
Yeah, I was going to say that hooking was pretty blatant down in the corner, and this gives Somerset another chance to go up by 2 goals again.
Ryan Orlando, as we mentioned, he's used to scoring in Prenda Cup tournaments. Last year, the round 1 game against Taunton, that was a 3-1 loss. He scored the only goal in that contest. Well, now we're at even strength. What do you want to see here, Ryan, while we play 4-on-4 for about 3/4 of a minute?
I want to see a battle. I know it's going to get physical. You got some big guys on the ice. I think it's going to be a physical, and that's how they're going to get out of it. I think the only way Apponequet can get out of this situation is just clear it and play physical.
Puck goes off the netting and out of play. It looks like student photographer Bryson Kane, he doesn't want a souvenir. He's just going to dump it back in. If you haven't followed his Instagram account, make sure to check that out. Cuts by Kane does tremendous work with this photography. He's only a senior in high school, too. Gotta love to see that. Mark Donati going to have the face-off on his left with Rebello and Nevins taking it. And Nevins will win it this time. Rebello looking to give it a chase. Pops it out in front, saved by Donati. De Silva got it on frame. That was a great feed by the freshman. And for Jake De Silva, that would have only been a second career goal. Tobin will look to pick it up. We'll just backhand it in, no touch there. 7 seconds on the 4-on-4. This is going to be an icing because we're in 4-on-4 sequence, and the face-off will be by Gavin Rodriguez. You can see Donati giving Tobin a fist bump out there. Let's talk now with this Apponequet side, a co-op with Old Colony. This year they actually have more Old Colony players than Apponequet players. What was it like doing the transition? I know you were an Apponequet student yourself, but Donati is Old Colony. They got a lot of star Old Colony players out there.
Old Colony is very crucial in our program. We wouldn't even have a team without them. But yeah, they make up a lot. They did make up less, but now they make up more of this team. It's very important. They got a lot of skilled kids, and they definitely bring a lot to the program.
Sanford will send it down the ice. It's by Adam Bastos. With under 7 minutes to go in the second period, 2-1 Somerset Berkeley over Apponequet in the Prenda Cup 3rd place game. Bastos a nice step up. Bastos still going on the right side. Will look to wrap it around, holds it up on Sanford, gets it out to Sylvia. Sylvia defended by Nevins. Sanford will hit Adam Bastos hard on the side. Peck will send it around. It gets by McKenna and all the way down. Once again, we thank you for joining us on any of our platforms. Keegan Hamblett on play-by-play, Mikey Alves, Ryan Aubrew joining in as analysts. And you got Brian Moniz on camera. Nice save by Rodriguez off Nevins. Tried to dish it out in front, wasn't there again. Yeah, 13 viewers at home. We thank all of you for tuning in tonight on our live stream. Here comes Camara. In the middle, save, rebound, win and go. Follow-up, Gonzalez looking to get it, and we got a collision. Donati down, Sylvia fell on top. Donati slowly getting up. He's got to take the mask off. But a big collision in front of the net.
I believe that was Bastos that came in along the wall there, but the ref clearly unintentionally set a pick there on one of Apponequet's defensemen, and obviously almost led to a goal, so that was pretty crazy. But
it took away a goal-scoring chance. Whatever. Safety always comes first, no matter what the level of hockey is. And when you have a pile-up, when you got a goalie that's down, he was slow getting up a little bit, you got to blow the play dead. Dish across. Here's Gonzalez shooting. Gloved again by Donati. Well, Ryan, as we always ask our alumni whenever they join in for the Prenda tournament, what's up with you now? You're in college. What are you majoring in? You doing any sports there?
Yeah, so I'm going to Bridgewater in the spring. I'm going to play tennis there, and I'll be majoring in business management, concentration, labor studies. But yeah, it should be fun.
I know you were at Fitchburg State for a little bit. How was the experience at Fitchburg State? Was it nice there?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't a fan of the school, but the soccer program had a bunch of good kids, so I had a good time for the month I was there, but I had to get out of there. So I'm excited for Bridgewater. I'm going to miss the hockey. So I'm going to miss playing hockey, but maybe I could play club there, so we'll see.
And you know what? Bridgewater's pretty local, too, so it's always nice to be good at home. You going to be commuting, or are you going to be staying on campus?
I'll be staying there, yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Now, Mikey, you went to UMass Dartmouth. How was that experience for you?
It wasn't a bad experience. I mean, I lived away at school the first 2 years. Last 2 years I commuted, but yeah, I have my degree. I'm struggling finding a job right now, but yeah.
Dangerous chance there as Bastos got forward, still held in at the point with 5:40 to go. Peck will get to it for the Lakers. Lush is going to dump it back in. It gets by Bogdan. Mello gets it away to Bastos. Adam Bastos tried to get it to McKenna. Went off of Bogdan's stick. Bogdan trying the self-pass by Lush. Banks can't get it out of the zone. I thought that one squirted out. Still tied up behind the net. Mello was battling with Sanford. Bastos on the backhand to the freshman Mello, hit hard by Peck. And now it's Cam McKenna working by Owen Banks. McKenna cuts into the middle. McKenna still going by two. McKenna put it high and wide. Shot saved, dangerous rebound, backhand, Mello got cut off. Will be sent around by Bogdan, nice stick down. And now Owen Banks will get it out of the zone, stepping up on the left side. Banks gets it across and a little bit too far for Cody Blanchard. Blanchard trying to send it back into the middle, it wasn't there. Mello with a hit by Sanford, down in front for Tobin. Keith Tobin, a lot of open ice ahead of him. He's just going to have to send it in as he holds up at the blue line. Not going to go off for a line change just yet, though. Orlando battling with De Silva. Comes out of the zone. Falls for Tobin in neutral ice. Over the red line. Backhand couldn't get it into the zone. Camara going to loft it up, and it's down behind. Turnover, Camara trying to find it on Nevins. Camara looking for De Silva that time. They sent back around by Nevins looking for Orlando. Backhand, not going to come out. Shot wide. That was Gonzalez shooting it. Sear with a stumble will get it away to Francis on the left. One-on-one against Machado. Francis with all the speed he has, able to pick it up, tried to send it out in front. Rodriguez didn't know where it was. He got lucky because you had a rush coming up the other way. Could have been a tied game. And here comes a counter. A little bit of a misread as De Silva was trying to receive it from Camara. Cross-ice pass. Francis save Rodriguez. Rebound ends up off to the side. Kingman sticked away, still in the area. Save Rodriguez. Kingman can't get to it against Gonzalez. Taken around, end-to-end we go at Driscoll. Bound in the middle. Gavin Camara stepping up, knocked away off of the puck. Tobin applying that pressure. It's between both of them. Sanford the only one that wants to play it though. Here's Gonzalez, blocked off the skate. And Francis will send it down. It goes off of Royds. Here's Cooper Royds, 2:40 on the clock. Pekka apply the pressure, didn't touch the puck. A turnover. Banks trying to get it on the backhand, put it wide. Landry was there. How about Bogdan at the line? Tipped and off the line. And they're going to say no goal. Oh, I'm sure we'll get other looks at that. Very close there, Ryan.
Yeah, that's they're knocking on it. I thought they were just going to try to get out of this period down one, but they had a couple looks there. Not bad. We got to bury it, though.
I've noticed Apponequet seem to have much better shot selection once they're in the O-zone. Like, Somerset's having great zone entries, great puck management. I just feel like they're not taking the best shots and they're shooting a little bit too high, and they should shoot for sticks more.
Unofficial shots on goal in the second period. Somerset Berkeley with 10, Apponequet with 8. As Bogdan will send it in. That was dangerous. Wow, he got that one on frame, and he did not miss it by much. We'll talk more about that in a second, but it's going to come out of the zone. And now McKenna trying to chase to it on Peck. McKenna backhand working against Banks. Gets it away. Bastis looking to find him. Mello was in the middle, but it's going to come out of the zone. But talk about that chance right there.
Yeah, it looks good here. Kind of back and forth. It's a lot of action. Seeing a good quality chances, but we're going to see who scores the next one. The next one's very important, so we'll see what happens.
Sent in by Francis. Lush is there first. Francis able to stick it down, try to make the move against Mello, and he does. Out in front, not there. Tobin has a look at it, and he put it wide. Backhand follow-up wasn't there either, as Rodriguez went post to post to save it. He gets a second one there. Royd's now trying to get it out, and he makes a nice hit. Held in at the point. Lachlan Sear, gloved by Rodriguez through traffic. Rodriguez unofficially up to 23. Well, 1:11 to go. If it stays 2-1 going into the third, Ryan, what do you want to see from Apponequet in the final 15?
I want to see physicality and intensity. That's something that they lacked in the last game against Diamond, and I think if they come out with that and they surprise Somerset, they're going to catch them on their toes, and we're going to get a couple chances. We just got to finish the chances that are here, though, and I think they can get it done.
That's a nice pass over to De Silva, who's just going to dump it in. 1 minute to go in the second. Here's Tobin. Up high off of Nevins. Nevins got in with Francis, and it's sent right back in by Blanchard. Taken behind Rodriguez's net. Dangerous pass over the middle. Rebella will get it out. Tobin back in. Rodriguez out of his crease to play it. He'll leave it short for Machado. Plays it to the right to Gonzalez. A little bit too far for Camara. Here's Lachlan Sear trying a long-distance shot again. 20 seconds and a whistle. Looks like it's offside at the line. Well, Mikey, I just asked Ryan the question. I'm going to ask you too. Apponequet, if they still trail by 1 going into the third, what do you want to see different from them?
Similar to what he said, I'd like to see Apponequet get more grimy, try to get Somerset to get frustrated and take penalties that they wouldn't take if they weren't, getting beat up as much. So I think they got to use their big guys and just make this game a grimy trench warfare type of hockey game.
Rodriguez had that puck for about 3 seconds. They said play on. Now Bastos working against Kingman. Still tied up behind the net with 4 on the clock. Down to 2, and they won't get another shot away. All right, we got 15 minutes to go. It's a 1-goal game here in Fall River. Unofficial shot on goal tally, Somerset Berkeley with 27, and Apponequet / Old Colony with 24. Ryan, I want to thank you for taking some time to hop on the mic. You're not going anywhere yet because we got to get some group pictures with all of us. Live stream audience will take 10 minutes again. Being muted, we'll be back for the third momentarily. Tape delay audience, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. All right, we're back at the Driscoll Arena, about ready to start the third and final period of this 2025 Prenda Cup 3rd place game between the Somerset Berkeley Raiders and the Apponequet Lakers. The 2 Raiders goals coming from Carter Sylvia and Gabe Gonsalves. The 1 Apponequet goal came from Ian Nevins. Final 15 underway. Somerset Berkeley's in white. Apponequet is in blue with the red stripes. As Bastos receives it from Mello, stepping in with McKenna. Bastos still going, tried to dish it out in front. It wasn't there, and it's taken over by the Lakers. We'll get it out of the zone. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds. Keegan Hambler with Mikey Alves on commentary. Ryan Aubrew, the former Laker, joining in earlier. Brian Moniz running the camera. Odd man rush the other way for the Lakers. Nevins leaves it. Shot attempt blocked. Follow-up. Almost came right in the middle as Blanchard was trying to redirect it. Here comes a counter 3-on-2. Bastos leaves it for McKenna. The shot is saved by Mark Donati. It's up to 26 unofficially on the night now. Well, Mikey, we talked about some improvements before the end of the second period. What do you want to see that's been working that you want to see Somerset Berkeley stick with?
Just stay smart and conservative with the puck management. I mean, you haven't seen them make too many careless mistakes and turnovers. They played pretty clean, so I'd like to see more of that and just keep getting good quality shots on net.
We get a whistle. Looks like another offside is called. Orlando is stepping in on the right for Apponequet.
Also, it's really interesting seeing Adam Bashes take over completely as captain. Last year he had his partner in crime with Evan Barboza, so I'm really intrigued to see how he does without him and has to carry the workload of the team by himself.
Bastos, one of 3 team captains for Somerset Berkeley, but he's got the most points out of anybody on this roster in their career. Definitely love to see what he's going to do this season on a top line alongside Cam McKenna. Lots expected of him this year, too. And it took Cam McKenna a long time to get going as a turnover shot is put just wide by Nate Peck. McKenna found his rhythm last season as he scored 9 goals, 5 assists. Already has a goal that he scored the first goal of the season. That one almost covered up in the equipment. Royds gets it by Kingman, held in at the point. Shot went wide of the target. Collision of bodies right in front of Rodriguez's net. Kamara had that puck tied up in his skate, able to find it as he retreats backwards. Kamara played it right through the crease. Kingman looking to get on top of the puck. Almost a turnover, sliding play by Royds to get it away to Rebello. Here comes Rebello up with De Silva. Lucas Rebello trying to make the move on Sear. Tried to get it in front. Sear sticked it down. 2 minutes into period number 3, a hop over Machado. Gonsalves will get to it at the red line. Played it off the boards, looking for Carter Sylvia. It's Keith Tobin on the control, down the ice. Machado to Gonsalves. Yeah, it's Sylvia calling for it. Gonsalves is going to take it himself. Up the ice on a stick drag. Gonsalves shoots it, save, rebound, saved again. That was Landry going for it. Dangerous rebound. Donati standing up to make 2 strong saves. Machado to Carter Sylvia. Behind for Cam Johnson. Back to neutral ice. Here comes the walk up the other way. Bogdan knocked away by Gonsalves. Or that was Sanford walking forward. Francis now behind the net. Lost it against Gonsalves. It's too far for Landry. If it goes down, it's an icing, and it is.
Yeah, Somerset's got to do a little bit better job of communicating here. Gonzalez had zone entry, went right to the corner, and he had no coverage back. So if Apponequet got the turnover and they went the other way, that could have been real bad.
Face off on the right side of Rodriguez. 9 viewers at home watching the live stream. We encourage every single one of the viewers, if you're watching this game, stick around, as that one is put just wide by Peck. Right into the middle, not there. Make sure to stick around. We get another stream coming up in about 45 minutes for the Prenda Cup final between the Diamond Durfee Westport Co-op and the Taunton Tigers. Right around 7:15 is when we expect that game to start. And Brian Moniz and I will be back here with that stream coverage. Across ice, Rodriguez is going to cover. That was going to be an icing. And I don't think he realized that the referee on the right side had the arm up.
Yeah, I feel like it happens sometimes, especially with with goalies not communicating correctly with the refs. But yeah, that's gonna happen.
And you know what? It happens. Not all the referees will put their arms up that it's going to be an icing. All right, it's Nevins and Bastos on the face-off. Bastos wins it. Royds will send it around, looking for McKenna. Comes back behind the net. Royds working against 2 Lakers. Orlando and Banks. Orlando gets it out. Nobody's there in blue. McKenna in the middle, too far for Mello. Here comes Adam Bastos on the right side. Bastos still going by Sear. Bastos couldn't get it to go. Short side. Lofted back, up and down. And Royds lets it go. This time it's an icing against Apponequet. Next game's coming up for both sides. Both going to be on Tuesday. Apponequet will travel to the Raynham Iceplex to take on the Co-op of Southeastern and Bristol Plymouth at 4 o'clock. Somerset Berkeley, they got another tournament they're participating in, the Dartmouth Holiday Tournament. Tuesday, 6 o'clock, Hetland Arena against the Dartmouth Indians. JJ Sylvia should be on the call for that one out in New Bedford. Nice work off of Rebello. And walking up the other way for Apponequet, Francis save Rodriguez. Rebello again. Leaves it for Camara. Camara put it wide on the left. Follow-up not cleared as Rosa held it in. Camara looking to get it again. Tried to self-play it off of his skate to Silva was there. And we got another stoppage of play here. Let's see what this one is coming up. Looks like a high stick is the call. Doesn't look like oh no, they're gonna put 2 minutes on the board. Now you saw it, Mikey. You thought it was a penalty. I thought it was just gonna be a puck played with a high stick.
Yeah, I immediately knew it was a penalty. The ref's arm flew up right after you hear that little smack. It wasn't intentional. I think he just lifted his stick too high after getting the puck, and yeah.
So now everybody's trying to figure out who the player in the box is supposed to be. But it is a high sticking penalty against, or is this one going against Somerset Berkeley? It is going against Somerset Berkeley. All right, another chance here for Apponequet to tie. Francis will take the face-off for them against Bastos. Comes behind, Royds turned over. Kingman save Rodriguez. McKenna will get the puck cleared. Nice look there, Mikey, about 5 seconds in.
Yeah, the Somerset's looking pretty sharp so far, but you got to be careful lifting your stick that high.
Lush able to send it down. Donati's going to stay at home. Bastos applying some pressure. It's a left short for Cody Blanchard. Played up on the right side. Here's Greg Francis. Francis still going. Puck comes out of the zone. Everybody's got to tap up. It'll just be sent in by Lachlan Sear. Royd's left side. Couldn't get it to McKenna. Nevins gets it out. One-time shot blockered away. Rebound will fall to Sam Kingman on the backhand. Nobody's there. McKenna's there, though, for Somerset Berkeley as he sends it down the ice. Bastos nearly picked it up. We'll have McKenna on the far side. We'll just bring it on back. We'll kill off more time. That's the IQ that Adam Bastos has and can bring to a team like this. Both teams looking to avoid an 0-2 start to their season. Lush has to send it back in. It goes by Sanford. Orlando will send it back around. Not a good power play here for the Lakers, aside from that one chance they had about 5 seconds into that man advantage. Sanford gets it away on the right side. Off the stick of Machado. Rodriguez looking to play it, able to get it by Owen Banks. Machado again sent down by Carter Sylvia off the stick of Sanford. Didn't make it all the way. Keith Tobin goes to get it. 8.5 to go in regulation. Carter Sylvia with the reach of the stick. Battled for it in the neutral zone. Gonzalez gets to it for the Raiders, and that will kill off the rest of the power play. Swivel attempt by Sylvia, not going to go on frame. Rebello looks to hold it in, but it's walked out by Apponequet on the side. Nice work by Machado. Machado was a part of varsity his freshman year, spent most of the seasons, sophomore and junior year on JV, but now as a senior showing that he belongs here on varsity.
Yeah.
Oh, a turnover. Rodriguez got a touch and he covers it up in the crease as Nevins poked it ahead.
Oh, what timing there. But, I've seen him skate a couple times before. He's a really big and solid player, so I hope he can expect to, just keep playing good with his workload being increased now.
This is a Somerset Berkeley side that has won 8 straight against Apponequet. They're also undefeated in 16 in a row, 15 wins and a 1 tie in the 21-22 season. Last time Apponequet beat Somerset Berkeley was in that 2018 Prenda Cup final, 5-2 the score. McKenna looking to get a step by Sanford. McKenna comes in, a save by Donati. Leaves the backhand into the middle. Bastis, another save, still in play. Can't get it in the middle to McKenna. Apponequet fans up here starting to get antsy. Donati covers as Mason Mello was looking to break right on that side. 3 good looks there, a goal.
Yeah, and I like that combination between Bastis and McKenna being on the same line. Last year, McKenna wasn't always so prominent on the stat sheet, but I always thought he was one of the best skaters on Somerset's team last year, never mind this year. So they're a good pair.
Shot attempt at the line, redirected just wide. Might have been McKenna as Royds took it. That would have been Royds' first career point. Popped in front, Mello finds it, saved by Donati, and he covers up the rebound. Looks like another penalty coming up. A hook is the call. And this time, it's Somerset Berkeley going to the man advantage. It's Sam Kingman going to the box for Apponequet. Donati's going to have the face-off on his left with 7:12 to go in the game. Bastis has it. Gets it away to McKenna. McKenna into the middle. Tapped off Camara. Off to the side. Wrapping it around Carter Sylvia and might have taken a tip off of Camara, and it goes out of play. Carter Sylvia, I got to tell you, he's been everywhere on the ice today.
Yeah, I'm so glad to see him, step up big time. And he knew this year was his senior year, and it had to be his best. And I'm loving the way he's playing so far.
Sear can't get it out. Bastis away to Gonzalez. Gabe Gonzalez looks to take the shot off Donati. Snags it out of midair. That is some of the baseball orthodox that Mark Donati can bring to a game like this. Primarily a pitcher for the Old Colony High School side. That time the face-off won by Nevins. Not going to come out of the zone. Gonzalez holding it in. Glove down in the middle. Sylvia saved by Donati. Camara can't catch up to it. Still not cleared yet. It's Sylvia again. Carter Sylvia saved once again. Steered off only as far as Gonzalez. In the middle, Donati lunges, tried to cover it. Still loose in the crease. They blew the whistle and will stop play. Everybody had to be separated out of that. And I know you as a boxer, you love seeing the energy in the fights out there.
Oh, yeah, that's why I love coming to high school hockey games. I want to see just crazy brawls, to be honest. But, yeah, Somerset's looking really sharp on the power play, and I won't be surprised if they can tack another one right here.
They still got 1 minute and 6 seconds on the man advantage to do just that. Another type on the faceoff. Sylvia finds it, tried to get it away. No arm going to come up for a potential trip. Comes back to the Raiders' defensive zone. Here's Adam Bastis, gets a step by Blanchard. Bastis still going, gets by Banks, gets by Sanford. Bastis holds it up, gives it away to McKenna. Back to Bastis. Banks trying to get it clear, he can't. Bastis away. Gonzalez walking in, shoots it wide. It's going to come out of the zone. No hustle to the puck for the Lakers. Bastis once again, a stick being raised by Banks, got by Blanchard. Bastis still going. Kamara finds it. Tried to leave it for Gonzalez. We'll get a step to it on the left. Overskated it. Kamara now running with the puck. Kamara holds it around. Now McKenna. McKenna spins his way out of trouble. Cam McKenna still going off a skate. Follow up off the post with the shot. Goes out of play. That was Gonzalez who took it. Both Raiders' goals came in the first period. Apponequet's lone goal came in the second. It's sent down the ice. That's going to kill off the power play. As Rodriguez leaves it for Lush, who makes a nice move by Greg Francis. Left side, a nice nudge by Orlando. Ella lost it, sent right back in. Royds to De Silva off of Peck. Here comes Mason Mello. He's in with Rebello. Mason Mello holding, shooting, saved by Donati. How about Mark Donati, Mikey? Unofficially, 38 saves.
Yeah, that was an excellent save before it, but every time Adam Bastis is out there on the power play unit, I mean, once he just hits the outside with his blazing speed, like that right there, like shows you how good of a player he is. I mean, his speed just incredible.
Sear hit hard by De Silva, gets an extra whack in there, and Sear gives him a nudge too. The referee is going to hold on to his whistle, goes down the ice, icing called. That was good to let them play on, but the faceoff is going to go down by Donati's end. And Donati has the draw on his left. The Raiders win it. It gets blocked up high as Gonzalez took the shot. The backhand goes down for Bastis. Working against Peck. Tobin backed off. Bastis away. Gonzalez looking for him. Might have gotten off the mask of Donati. We get a separation called as Tobin was getting a nudge in there. Maybe matching penalties are going to be called here. Him and Carter Sylvia are going to go to the box. I know we saw that up here, Mikey. They were both jawing at each other right in front of Donati.
Yeah, and if anything, I feel like this is an advantage for Somerset because, I mean, in the past and in this game so far, they definitely have the speed advantage over their local play. So I feel like just having more time and space on the ice is, oh, I'm sorry, it's 5-on-5. Never, just completely ignore what I just said. I thought it was 4-on-4. But.
Yeah, that's all right. 4 minutes to go. It goes just wide of Rodriguez. Blanchard looks to have somebody pick it up. Sanford couldn't get to it. And now here comes Adam Bastis, left side. Wants to play it off the sideboards, looking for Mello. Mello behind the net, taken over by the Lakers. Starting to run out of time. They only need one. Too far down the ice. Another icing called. Now the question's going to become if it stays 2-1, we get to maybe 2 minutes to go. When does Coach Farrington want to pull Mark Donati? Puck tied up behind the cage. A walk out the other way. Maybe a 3-on-2, but a nice hustle back by Gavin Kamara. That's the multi-sport athlete, also a part of the football team. Nice hit by Nevins on Rebello as De Silva will send it in. Here's Braden Bogdan over the middle of the ice. A touch there by Cody Blanchard. Still working for it. The referee is scared right now, right by the Somerset Berkeley bench, covering his face like a little child every time the puck comes near him. Kamara's gonna send it in deep. Bogdan can't win the race to it. De Silva gonna send it back around. It's too far for Kamara. Here comes Greg Francis on the right side. Francis still running in, has options. Francis stumbled down to the ice. Peck will send it down low. Lush will pick it up against Orlando. Over the middle, a touch by Peck. Icing's gonna be waved off here. Kingman with a stumble. De Silva had a step in front, sticked away by Donati. Here comes Nate Peck, plays it off the boards beautifully. Apponequet comes in the zone, right side. That's Francis, working against Gonzalez. Backhand will come all the way through. Slap shot, saved by Rodriguez. Peck got it on frame, face off over here. 2:19 to go. Another question that's gonna arise is, does Coach Farrington maybe want to use his timeout?
Yeah, I mean, if I would think he could take the opportunity right now, but it doesn't seem like he's gonna take it. But yeah, I feel like right now would be a good time.
Peck and Bastos. Bastos wins it. Gonzalez has it. Played it off of Machado. Shot attempt goes high. Missed on the near side. Kingman can't hold it in. Now restarted up on the left. Rodriguez will stick it away. Nice hit on the side. Under 2 to go. Machado couldn't get it out. McKenna now trying to help. Machado got it away off of Gonzalez's stick. Mello to Bastos. Adam Bastos, short side shot, save. Rebound around. Bastos still holding it, gets it away on the right side. Here's McKenna, the shot, save. Rebound, scores! Adam Bastos might have put it away. 1:31 to go. The Raiders are up 2.
Yeah, that play was all Bastos right there. I mean, he gained zone entry, used his blazing speed, went around the net in circles, and finally opened up a shot for himself to put it back in the back of the net.
For Adam Bastos, the second goal in 2 games. 15th as an upperclassman, as he had 13 goals, 27 assists last season. What a way to do it. But still a minute and a half to work with. Apponequet still needs 2. And it all starts with 1 goal because the power rankings are calculated by win margin. As that one is offside at the line. Banks with a touch after Sanford sent it in. But you know Apponequet, Mikey, they're going to still look for one. Somerset Berkeley is going to look to get an empty net one if they pull Donati, or even one more down the ice because of that win margin scenario.
Yeah, it definitely took some of the wind out of their sails, but I don't think Apponequet's going to lay down at all right now, and they're going to fight as hard as they can to tie this game up.
Peck able to get that puck into the zone, will tap it behind. McKenna can't get it out of the zone. Now Peck will bring it out. Peck on the backhand, leaves it at the defensive blue line. On the right side, final minute, the Raiders are up 2. McKenna, a nice hit. Bastos walking up the ice. A stick being raised, he's offside. That stick being raised might have caused the puck to slow down a little bit, but that speed was still there from Bastos. The faceoff going to come just out of the zone. Well, let's look forward now to the next game against Dartmouth. That is a big test for Somerset Berkeley. Dartmouth, though, did lose a lot of their top players, but what has to be the mindset going into that one?
Just hopefully get a win here in the next 50 seconds and keep riding the momentum. And, that's every single year. It doesn't matter how good Somerset is. Dartmouth gives them a great challenge.
Good blocker save up high. Peck leaves it at the blue line. Shot! Tipped wide. Went off the own man of Machado. Out in front, lifted high over the net. That was Nevins. 30 seconds on the clock. Stick drag, shot, block, Machado. Got it up high. Nevins will recircle it. Donati goes to the bench. The net is empty. Nevins looks to get it out in front. Bastos walking up the other way. Bastos sees a lane and he buries it. That's going to seal the Raiders' first win of the 25-26 season. Bastos with the second. We were just talking about it. 3 goals is the biggest win margin you can have, and it looks like they're about to do just that.
Yeah, like I said, Bastos on this level, his speed is just incredible to watch, and I don't think anybody locally can compete with that speed right now.
Fantastic effort by Apponequet today. It will not be enough. As an icing is called, they're just going to wind down the clock. The Raiders take it 4-1 and take 3rd place in the 2025 Prenda Cup tournament. For Gavin Rodriguez, it's a 6th career regular season win, 6th career overall win as well. He goes back to 500 as a goalie in his career for Somerset Berkeley. But just a great way after a very tough result against Taunton to find that momentum you were talking about. And now it looks like there could be some sunshine here in Somerset looking forward to the regular season.
Yeah, not winning the tournament, I understand it sucks for these guys, but at the same time, you beat your rival, you start the season 1-1, and you understand you can play great fundamental hockey. Both teams displayed a great example of great fundamental hockey, and they didn't look sloppy at all. They looked really sharp, and I hope Somerset continues to ride off this momentum from tonight.
For Apponequet, what worked well tonight that they got to carry over maybe into their next game against Southeastern Bristol Plymouth?
They were definitely on the puck a lot. Their pressure looked good on both sides, but yeah, I just think Apponequet needs to up the physicality and intensity a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, both teams look really sharp tonight.
Mikey Alves, I want to thank you for joining in on commentary. Brian Mona, shout out to you running the camera as we have Coach Kevin Snyder running behind. He doesn't want to be on the mic. That's all right. Anybody watching on the live stream, make sure to check out the other live stream link. Brian and I are going to be back for the Prenda Cup final momentarily. Probably in about 10 to 15 minutes we'll get that stream going. For all of us, though, on these feeds, Keegan Hamblett signing off and wishing you the best. We will see you next time for coverage of Somerset Berkeley Raider hockey. Have a good night, everybody.